Okay, so the next session is a role play. So I need someone to be the business owner. I need a volunteer. I need a business owner volunteer. Think about a business or think about a project, or you can either be the business owner or the product owner, um, as you wish. So you think about a product, not mentor skid, not mentor skid, but think about a product. Okay, Damilola has volunteered to be my product owner or the business owner. Hi, Damilola.
Hi,
Okay,
good
you volunteered to be the
evening.
product owner, right? Or the business owner.
Yes, the business
Okay,
owner.
okay, yeah. All right, I just need a business owner. It's fine. I can always gather requirement from a business owner. Okay, all right. So yeah. Good evening, Damilola. Thank you so much for coming to this meeting. I really appreciate you responding to my email. So, you were talking to me about, okay, first things first, what product are we working on?
Good evening.
No, just tell me the
Okay,
product before we
the-
enter the role play back. What product are we working on?
we are working. I want a platform that will connect um busy people with house helpers,
Okay,
house help,
okay,
people that
okay,
can help them to in the
okay.
house.
All right, no worries. Thank you. So, hi, Damilola. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I Bolo.
Thank you so much for coming for this meeting. Yeah, I got your email about the project you want us to work on, which is the a platform that connects working people, very busy people, to housekeepers. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. So, yeah, Damilola, I would like to understand, what do you what do you plan to achieve with this particular project?
Okay. I think one of the things I want the platform or this project to help us to achieve is helping the busy people, helping them and getting their house in shape, not being worried if the house is not being kept, and also creating avenue for people that love cleaning, people that it will be an avenue for people to get employed and be able to use their skills in terms of housekeeping and taking care of the house.
Okay, thank you so much, Damilola, for that. All right. So, on this platform, with we do you want us to have like a vetting process in place for these housekeepers that are to be employed?
Please, can you come again? I didn't get the question.
Do you on this platform, right? Do you
Okay.
want us to have a vetting process for those that will be employed, like the housekeepers that will be employed?
Yes, yes, definitely. Yes,
Okay, so
yes.
what are the questions you want us to ask them?
Okay. And their educational background and the languages that they speak. And I think their experience, if they've done such, if they've rendered such services before, and Okay, I think age, also their health is also important. I think there should be a column or space in order to know or make fine to know how their head state or in the way they are kind of.
Okay.
And
Do
I
you
think guarantor, okay.
okay, Toronto. Okay. All right.
So
Okay. Yeah, I think that works. All right. So I believe that this system, right? You want us to is it that you want us to is it will the process be that when the user because we have to now we've identified two users of the system, the busy people, the working class people, and then the housekeepers. So is it that you want it to automatically connect people like housekeepers to, I mean, working people to housekeepers, or it will be a platform where I know that each of those people will create their profile. Is that correct?
yes, yes, sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So since their profile has been created, do you want the system to sort of connect the working people to housekeepers, like make suggestions, for instance, you know the way LinkedIn suggests certain jobs to you because of your profile. So do you want it to be like that, or do you want people to go in and search the platform for housekeepers that they think will be suitable for them?
Okay, that's a very good one. I think I'll prefer the one that we suggest housekeeper that are in line with the client requirements, that maybe based on the busy people's description or what they want. And furthermore, after suggesting that maybe other things cannot be put in place, like some sensitive things, like doing the health check and the likes. But I think suggesting to them will be good.
Okay. 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 Also, do you want like the platform to have a rating system so that the housekeeper can rate the person they are working for, and the working class people can also rate the housekeepers?
Yes, that would be a very good one. But I for the housekeepers, I think I'll prefer their rating being visible to the company, and
Okay.
that the company can vet it before making it visible. I don't know if what I'm trying to say is understandable. I don't get.
Okay. So, based on what you're saying, you want them to, are you saying that the housekeepers to go through an agency? That means it's the agency that will be registered on the app, or do you want the housekeepers themselves to register on this application? Because they are two different um user journey.
I think I'll prefer a platform whereby we'll just we'll be
Sorry,
like
who is
an
playing music, please?
intermediary to connect the business busy people or business people to the housekeepers, like a platform that will link them up. Will just be
Okay.
like an intermediary.
Okay, yeah, I do understand that, but when you kind of mentioned that you want the rating to be visible to the agents, that was where I got confused. Could you kind of clarify that?
Oh, okay, what I'm trying to say is, can we have a rating system
Mm.
that it's going to be open to other people that may probably want to use the platform, but
Oh
if
yeah.
there's any way it can be vet, over if you're having a lot of poor rating, that can affect the platform. So can something like that be put in place?
Oh, okay. So the rating is going to be for the housekeeper. So, for instance, if I have been employed by a particular person as a housekeeper and then I'm leaving, the person can actually rate me so that it can either boost my profile for other people to see, or
Oh,
it
yeah,
can
yeah, yeah, yeah,
make
yeah.
my
It's
profile.
good.
Yeah,
It's
that's
very
what I
good.
was that's where I was coming from. And then I can also rate the um working class person. I mean, my
Okay,
employer
okay.
say, oh yeah, this
Yeah.
person was nice to me. That's what I meant, not the platform itself.
Okay, yeah, it's a very good one. Yes, it's a very good one. We would like to have that.
All right. So um another thing is one thing I wanted to ask about is, do you want it to be a subscription based platform, or you want it to be you want it to be free, you want it to be open to everyone?
I think operating it on subscription base will be okay. Not maybe as time goes on, we may want to consider
Okay.
keeping
That
it
would
free.
be okay. So you want it to start out as a subscription based platform. Hi, Dami. Are you still there?
No, no, no. On subscription base. No, I
So
think
you
I'll
want it
prefer it being on subscription base.
so you want people to subscribe to the platform before they can make use of it.
Yeah,
Okay. Is
yes.
that
Since I'm
is there a
not
reason?
running it on blogging
The line is breaking, Dami. The line is breaking.
or hello.
Hello, now I can hear you.
Okay.
Your line was breaking,
Hello.
so I didn't hear more than half a
Yes.
voice.
Okay. I can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, Dami, you were saying, hi, Dami.
So sorry, Bolu. Can I say something quickly?
Yeah.
I can see there see some DS on this class, so you need to join your class, please. DS, please. You need to join your Power BI class. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Hi, Dami.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, okay. Now I
Hello,
can hear
Bolu.
you. Yeah, now I can hear you. Um, you were saying you want the platform to start out as a subscription base. Is there a reason for this?
Um, I think to have more serious people on
Oh,
on
okay.
the on the platform. I think
Okay. So if you
I
wanted to,
I don't want it to be free so that since I'm not running, I'm not okay. I'm with you.
okay. So if you say you want it to be subscription based, right?
Hello.
How much can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So how much, like
Bolu, I'm with
how
you.
how much do you want each person to subscribe with? Or how do you want the subscription to be? I mean, the payment basis.
Okay. Mm, Can we have something monthly and
One monthly
also
subscription,
yearly? Yes, and
monthly
also
and year.
yearly. Yearly.
Okay, monthly and yearly subscription. So that means we need a
Yeah.
payment gateway. So what payment gateway do you prefer? Do you want PayPal, Stripe, credit card, or which ones do you prefer?
I didn't get that. Please, can you come
So,
again?
yeah, what payment gateway would you prefer? Um, Payment gateway, things like PayPal, Stripe, credit card, Planner. Which one do you prefer?
Credit card. I think I'll prefer credit card.
Oh, okay. So is it going to be location limited? Are you thinking of, is it going to just be in a particular country, or you want to expand it to all the countries of the world, or you want to start out
Oh,
with the
okay. I think since I'm just starting, we are just designing the platform, just starting out. I think I will want it to be for Nigerians alone. Maybe as time goes on, we can enhance it and extend to the other part of the world.
okay. That means Nigeria. Okay. Um, yeah, all right. Thank you very much, Dami. What I would do is that I will schedule the next meeting with you, and I'll have a wireframe designed so that you can have a visual of what this might look like, and you can then give further requirements. Also, I will send you um the requirement that we've discussed today, so you can review it and then validate it if it is correct and if this is what you want. So, and then I can get your sign off on it so I can start discussing with my development team and for us to start development. Is that okay by you, Daniel?
Thank you very much, Bolu. I think that's very okay. I'll be looking forward to your update.
All right. Thank you so much, Dami, for this meeting. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for giving me your time today. And if I may ask, is it okay for me to schedule or come back to you with any other question that I might have when I start putting this together?
No problem. You are welcome.
All right.
I would really appreciate that. Yes.
Thank you so much,
All
Dami.
right.
Do
Thank you.
have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your week as well.
Thank you so much, Bolu.
Yeah. Bye.
Same
Bye,
here.
Dami.
I thank you.
Yeah.
Good night.
All right. So thank you, Dami, for being an amazing business owner. That's the end of our role play. I
Hello.
think you guys give Dami a round of applause. She did amazing. And I can see people
Ba,
can
ba, 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 ba.
question. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for clapping for her. I appreciate those
Father.
emoji. Yeah, I mean, okay. I will take.
Thank you for the opportunity, Bolu.
You're welcome. You did so great.
Yeah, I
Hi,
think
Felix.
we
Oh, okay. Sorry, Dami, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
please let me quickly say this. I think with this role play, it actually give me the whole summary of the whole training. Because before now, I've gone through the elicitation requirements. I read some write up online, and
Yeah.
during the course of the training, the whole thing was still looking. But with this role play, I think it's become more clearer. And thank you very
Okay.
much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Felix.
Hi, thank you, Bolu. And just some observation I want to make regarding the role play. And first of all, I would like to say congratulations to Dami for taking up the mantle and actually doing really well. But I am just not quite sure about certain things, and I would like some clarification, please, if you may. The first thing is when I listen to the business owner and the business analyst, or is it the product owner speaking, I was just wondering, are there not situations that rather than if the business owner doesn't really understand what the business analyst is asking, can they not ask, for example, you ask for
So just
payment method, for example, and
mm.
if she didn't understand that, would it not be okay for her to ask you to maybe give the advantages and disadvantages, so that maybe that is, I'm talking now to the business owner, to the business analyst, to actually explain so that she can choose from there, because I could hear there were times the business owner was not quite sure about the choices that you presented to her.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Definitely a business owner, I mean, a business analyst can ask and give advice, but
Yeah.
you don't enforce. And at the same time, you don't want to lead um your stakeholder on.
Mislead.
So it's a thing that, like, we'll have several meetings. This is just the first meeting. You might not be able to remember everything you need to ask in your first meeting.
Okay.
So you can see, I mean, I try to make this as realistic as possible.
I see.
So they can, for instance, when I come up with the wireframe, I can put certain things in place and say, okay, how about this? I think that this will be better if you try this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you remember when she said she wanted subscription based, I had
Mhm.
to ask the question why? Because
Why? Yeah. Mm.
yeah, because she might feel like, but it's not my place to say, oh, I think you should start out free. I mean, you can
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
I think you should start out free so that you can get people to be
To
familiar with
come
it.
into it. Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
what I was thinking
So,
about that.
but yeah, you can. You are a business analyst,
Mhm.
but at the same time, be careful not to lead your product. I mean, not your product owner,
Business owners,
your business on
stakeholders.
or your stakeholder on. Don't
Mm.
lead them on, because sometimes you are suggestive,
Mhm.
and that could derail what they have in mind, because they are feeling, oh, this is the expert then. Do you get? But as
Yeah.
you go along, you also have what are they calling it? On a normal day, I should have done research because I didn't have you can see it was on the spot.
Yeah.
Normally, you should have done research and say, oh, based on this, I saw this. How about this? What do you think about this? Like, oh, I think that this will be nice. And I was just bringing these questions from my head, not like
Mm.
I researched anything. It
Mm.
was on the spot. But
Okay.
this is not how it happens. You will never have to have on the spot. You will have been given the you will have been given the um project mandate, and it's okay for them to refuse when you suggest. It's okay, it's fine, it's their product, it's their, I mean, it's for them. Do you understand what I mean? So, but you can always ask, you can always say, oh, what about this? Oh, okay, I think that this would be nice, I think you should implement this. So, but also you can put it in the wireframe and say, especially when you're working with a non-technical stakeholder, like that means she's a non-technical stakeholder,
Yeah.
having that visuals will be very helpful for her, and say, oh, I thought about this after our meeting, I thought about this, and I think that this would be nice. What do you think? Do you get?
Mm.
Yeah,
That's fine. Thank you.
I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Yeah. Mabel.
Hi, thank you for that session. I found it very insightful. So, my question has to do with what happens when there's a conflict of interest between the stakeholders when you're gathering requirements.
Yeah, that's a good.
The example you just gave with Damilola's business, let's say for instance, they were already established but just wanted a website. And let's say the business owner, like there was an example or a question where you asked her about the reviews, where she mentioned for the cleaners review, she probably wanted it to come to the company first before maybe like the website. So let's say the stakeholder here, like the business owners, like, yeah, that's how they want it. But you speak to the cleaners who are also stakeholders in this scenario, and they're like, they wouldn't want they wouldn't want the reviews to go to the business owners first. They just want it on the website. As a business analyst, what do you do in scenarios where there's a conflict of interest between the stakeholders?
Okay, that means just one stakeholder. Like, you can always advise. That's the best you can do. Like, it's not necessarily because what happened with Dami, I don't think it's conflict of interest, because conflict of interest happens between several stakeholders. For instance, if you do a workshop, right? Mabel, you are a stakeholder, you are an important stakeholder. Dami is an important stakeholder. Felix is an important stakeholder, right? And three of you, you've done, um, I've done my power grid, and I see that the three of you are important, but the three of you want different things in that meeting. So here's the thing, as a business analyst, you tell them, okay, everything, yeah, I agree with everything you guys have said. But here is the advantage of doing this way. Here's the disadvantage of doing this way. If you want us to implement this, because, and again, at the end of the day, always draw them back to the fact that the users are the most important, like the customers, the end users are the most important. So how would this affect the end users? If we do this way, this is the result. If we do it this way, this is the result. The three of you have made important points. However, I think this would be the best thing to prioritize right now. But it can, and also this your suggestions or this your ideas can extend the budget. Everybody, nobody likes to go outside the budget, but at the end of the day, you make them come to the conclusion themselves, and you can only advise. That's what you can do. But it always works. And that's a very good question because it's always asked in interviews. How do you handle conflict of interest? However, in Dami's case, you can easily advise her and say, oh, you saw that I was asking her, can you clarify what you mean? Because as based on what she said, I was already hearing another persona, because when she was saying that, I had to ask her, do you mean agency? Do you want it to be registered to an agency? So I had to explain what I meant by the rating, how it will work, what my expectation for the rating will work. And then when I explained, she confirmed and said, oh, okay, yeah, that's it. That's what I mean. Do you get? So you can always advise and help your
Right.
stakeholders see. And that's why prototyping is always very good, especially for non-tech stakeholders.
Right, sure. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Damilola Oyewole. Oyewole.
Yes, thank you very much. I was just thinking, what would be the scenario or role play for a QA in this role play that you did with Daniela, with my
Okay,
name
so
with my namesake rather actually.
so I don't think you will need to see anything in this kind of meeting as a QA,
Okay,
to be honest. Except maybe the requirement gathering is from a technical stakeholder, or
okay,
have a suggestion, or you have a question. Yeah, but mostly you might not be in this kind of meeting.
no,
Truthfully, you might not. But when Dami comes back and starts breaking it down to you guys during your refinement, now this is the time to ask a lot of questions from her. What do you mean by this? Where do you want this to be? How do you mean this? What when you say system is going to connect, how does that work? What does that mean? Like if it has not been written in clear terms, do you get? That's
yeah,
where your work
I
starts.
understand.
That's where your
Okay,
work begins.
okay.
Alrighty.
Th- Thank you.
You're welcome. Chiamaka.
Hi, Bolu. Thank you for the class
Mm.
and Dami as well. Thank you so much. Please, my question goes to I noticed when during the conversations you were having with Dami, um, you had the list of questions you were asking her. So I
I
just
didn't have
want
the
to
list, though. It was in my
No,
head.
yeah,
Trust me.
yes, I know this one was from your head, but like when it's
Yeah,
official, when you're
yeah,
meeting
yeah,
with
yeah,
somebody, you would have
yeah.
your list. So this list of questions, who whose duty is it to write it down? Does the BA already have a list of what, or is it the BA's job to create this list of questions that is needed to ask
Yes,
the
very
business owner?
very much so.
So if
Fortunately
it's
and
the job of the
unfortunately,
BA, does the BA get
yeah,
maybe, let me say, a document or something that covers
yeah.
the project that is about to be worked on, like maybe an
Okay,
insight and everything on the project to know how
okay.
to.
So, here's the thing. Like normally on a normal day, right? Um, I would have known beforehand the project that uh we are supposed to be working on. So what I would do as the business analyst is to make research on a similar project like that of Damis project. And then I'll begin to, so when I'm doing my research, that begins to form my questions that I will ask her. Oh, how do you want this to be done? How do you want the interface to look like? What do you want this? How do you want it? Do you get? So the onus is on you. Now, also sometimes that's why it's good to have a product owner. Some product owner will have given you the project mandate, not the business owner. The business owners just give high level requirements most of the time. Uh, but the product owner helps to make it really simple, give you the granular, and then you have to build on it and make sure that the development team understands. But yeah, it is your job as the BA to think about how to make how to make the how to ask the right questions. So that's why I said that for interview technique, you can use the 5 why structure, the 5 W structure, so which is the why, what, who, where. So who is the user? So in Dami's case, the users are the busy working class people and the housekeepers. That's the who. Why? Why? Because people are busy and they no longer want their houses to be upside down. So she wants to provide a solution for busy people and also create job opportunities, right? That's the why. Um, what is it? What is it for? So at the end of the day, people's houses will no longer be upside down, and many people will have found a job and they can use their skill, right, to earn money. And like that. So those are that's the easiest skill. But there are other ways, like for it's important for you to get those questions ready before the meeting so that the meeting you save time and the meeting is not taking forever and you don't look stupid in the meeting because stakeholders don't have time. Trust me, they don't have time. You might have nice spiel, you might not have. You might have difficult stakeholder, you might have easy stakeholder, and yeah, it will be as realistic as possible. All right. I hope I answered your question, Chiamaka.
Yes, you did. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. I saw somebody else's hand up. Okay.
Yeah. It's me, but you've answered the question I wanted to answer. I wanted
Oh,
to ask.
okay. Okay. That's great. Yeah. I mean, we finished right on time. Wow. That's impressive. Thank you, everyone. Any other
Thank
question
you
before
so
we go?
much.
Any other question before we go? We have 1 more minute to go. Okay. Raman.
Okay.
Okay.
I said any other question. I thought that the only one person will raise their hand.
Okay.
Ah,
Thank you, Bolu. Really,
three people.
I really enjoyed the role play and the lecture for tonight. My question is just like, as I always say that I'm a beginner, but I want to put it in my own idea now just to get the role of a BA because I've worked with a financial institution. So I'll just say is a BA just like we have the operation and the marketing team. So I would like say a BA is just like a marketing, is part of the marketing team. And why I mentioned the marketing team is that because as a marketer, there's something we normally do, like we call it DAS loan. So there's a software we normally use because I was trying to relate the role play with the role I play in the financial institution. If it is still the same of what I'm saying, just try to get it. So now we on the platform, if we are trying to give a loan, let's say to a customer. So will I say the customer is just like the product owner, because I could see the questions you're asking. What was her name? Dami. Is it Dami?
Yeah, damn.
Okay, Dami, that do you want it to be a monthly subscription? Because normally as a marketer, we ask the customer the type of loan you want. How do you want it to be structured? Is it timely or you want it to be spread for you? And there are other questions we do ask the customers. And definitely, as part of the stakeholders, we have our manager as well. After all this information has been taken from the customers, we do cross-check again with the customer. And after making all the reports, let's say the requirements, all the information on the platform, we'll send it to our manager. Is they just like the part of what business analysis do as well? Or is it similar to it?
Yeah, it's similar. Yes, it's quite similar, but um the maybe the slight difference is that you don't necessarily have to send it to your manager, the business analyst. Like um
Okay.
you are relating with the customer. So in a situation whereby you have a product owner, because
Okay.
Dami is a business owner, she's different from a product owner. She's not the product
Okay.
owner.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes some business owner can also act as product owner in some
Okay.
cases. It happens.
Okay.
But Dami in this case is the business owner, not the product owner. So
Okay.
yeah, you are asking a lot of questions from the client because you really want to understand what the client wants, how the client wants it to be built, and all of that. So yeah, there are so many questions, so many range of questions that you want to cover and ensure that at the end of the day you are able to deliver what the customer wants. So beyond so I think that a business analyst works in all the department, operations, the marketing, everything, because it depends on the product that you are developing as well. Depends
Okay.
on the organization where you are developing the product, the
Okay.
stakeholders that you are working with. Have you identified that? That's why it's important. So if your stakeholders are in the marketing team, or for example, like Dami's products now, Dami, she's not in any company. It's a greenfield project. We are starting from scratch. She's a business owner. She just shared her vision with us. So we are starting from very beginning, right? We don't have that kind of application already built for her that we are trying to enhance. So we are building it from scratch. So we have to flesh out every requirement as clear as possible.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay. Thank you. I get it now. Thank you very much, Bolu.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Mark, and then
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
answer my question and then I'll go to Dami. Yeah, go on, Mark.
Okay, yeah. I don't have any question. I just want to thank you, Bolu, for the simplicity with which you put everything in perspective for us. You've been introducing us to projects and showing us stuff, but this particular role play and then the way you took this whole class just put everything, in clear perspective. So I can relate with my role. I can begin to see how things begin to unfold and play out eventually. So thank you. I just want to say thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Mark. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, let me quickly respond to Vine's question, then I'll come to you, Dami. How do you handle a difficult stakeholder? This is such an interesting, this is one question that a BA might never escape in interview. As BAs, you might never escape this question. So how do you handle a difficult stakeholder? First of all, you need to know the kind of stakeholder. So what I say is no stakeholder intends to be difficult. It's just really understanding each of them. So how can stakeholders be difficult? You have a timeline. You sent emails, they did not respond to you. You call, you've tried to call, they did not respond. Now you cannot get your requirement. The team is depending on you. It's putting you under pressure. That's a difficult stakeholder. Or you are working with a developer that just always stresses your life. And that's the difficult, but you really need to understand. So one thing we do as business analysts is managing stakeholders, managing their expectation. Like Dami can say that all this application, she wants it to be developed in a month. So now it's my job as a business analyst to say, oh, Dami, I do understand and I appreciate that you want this application in a month, but realistically, uh, I don't think that can be achieved. And I'll give you the reasons. The reason is, oh, I'm working with the development team, and our developers at the moment are currently working on a project, and we have a priority system. So once we have to prioritize the project that are coming along. I appreciate that you want this as soon as possible, and I understand why. I do empathize with the reason you want this done as soon as possible, but realistically, it's not possible. However, I can try to speak with the development team and my Scrum Master to see how soon we can bring your project forward. But that timeline is not realistic. So I've managed our expectation that, okay, she'll say, okay, thank you, and like that, and we'll have that conversation. Do you understand? So um, also there are other ways. For instance, a stakeholder might be, for instance, you cannot get through to a stakeholder. You've tried everything, then okay, think about I need to get this done within this timeline. Okay, who can I go to again? I've sent emails. I've tried to call. Okay, maybe I can schedule a meeting with this person's PA and see. Let me befriend the PA and see if this person can squeeze some time in their calendar for me. Oh, okay. PA says, oh, that's a possibility. You're able to reach PA. PA is able to give you a timeline, and before you know, you schedule that meeting. So it's about finding ways to ensure that you get what you want. A developer is being difficult. Okay, go the extra mile to explain things to that developer. Every one of you want to achieve the same thing at the end of the day. Yeah, it's frustrating when a developer is asking you 1,000,001 questions and you're like, please don't stress my life. But you cannot tell a developer not to stress your life because you need to answer those questions so that they can develop the right thing. So you go the extra mile to explain to them. Or a developer is not available as much and is delaying the entire project. What do you do as a scrum master? How do you manage the developer? Okay, do you need help? Do you need extra resource? Do you so these are the ways. You just have to find ways to, I mean, to solve the problem. What is making them difficult? Find out and or like Dami now. Dami can turn out to be a difficult stakeholder because she's not a technical person. She's non-technical. So how will I approach that? I will start looking for ways. I will use prototyping to explain requirements to her. Like when I want to interpret this requirement that she's giving me now, because I wrote them down. And yeah, as BAs, always write down things. Even in this short role play, I was writing. You need to see my notes. I wrote all the things that she said she wanted. So, um, um, what will I do? With Dami, I'll put visuals together, like do a prototyping, wireframe. It might be interactive, it might not be, to show her what it should look like, and it will help her understand better, and then I can explain things further to her. So those are ways to deal with a difficult stakeholder. Fine, I hope I answered your question. Okay, let's go to Dami. We are 9 minutes past.
Okay, thank you very much. I know I don't this class and the role play is more for BA, I guess so. And
Yeah.
that's why I'm coming. I'm asking because I'm a QA. I'm more as my own concern. Sorry if I sound selfish. Any idea of how, as in template, if there will be a template for how to build up your testing plan and all that and all that. Do you also use Azure DevOps for making your testing plan, or you come together? For example, if you're in maybe a bigger team, sometimes you might be the only QA, or
Mm,
that means you are the only one that will cook out or think about your question, the
Test plan.
testing plan. Yeah. How does it work normally on a normal organization, depending on how many QA they have for that project?
Okay, so your test plan, when you write your test plan on Azure DevOps, your 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 tutors will show you once you start out, which will be soon, like once you start having your specific trainings, which will be
Okay.
really soon. So test plan, because the thing is, your BAs, right? They are going to write their acceptance criteria on Azure DevOps. Is the acceptance criteria you will use to build your test plan and test script, right? For your testing. So you will be using Azure DevOps because it's easier. Some use Excel, but you already have Azure DevOps. Everything is on Azure DevOps. So you can easily have all your stuff in one place, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Okay, I understand. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you very much. Vine, you are muted for a second. So I don't know if you
No,
still
but
want to say
I
anything.
just submitted to say thank you for answering my question. I
Oh,
greatly
okay.
appreciate. I made some good notes from it.
All right. You're welcome. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Um, Thank you for your time and patience. And I hope you were able to get something out of tonight's class. And the PAs, your work has started. Start reaching out to your PO. Your PO will not reach out to you. Reach out to your PO, schedule a time, ask for their time. I mean, send them a message and say, oh, I, so and so, my name is, and not everybody should bombard your PO. Get a representative. Like you can say, oh, my name is Mark. I'm one of the BAs for so and so team. Um, we would like to meet with you. Excuse me, we would like to meet with you to elicit requirements on so and so day, right? And then is this time convenient for you? If it's not, please give us a convenient time. So structure your message very well. Don't just say good evening. Like somebody sent good evening to me and I did not respond because I cannot respond. I have so many messages. You can't just tell me good evening and just leave it. I won't respond. So, but yeah, structure the message very well and send it over, and then they can give you a timeline of when they're available. Okay, Michael.
Yeah. Thank you, Bolu. Yes, you're saying all the DA should meet. Like, I don't know, are we going to create a platform again for the BAs, or how are we going to meet ourselves so that we can construct a message to the people?
No, I'm not saying all the BAs should meet though. Like you all have BAs in each. each project forward, right? So for instance, if Michael, if you're on Elite, you can say, if you guys want to meet, you already have a team channel, you can create meeting on your team, send a link and say, oh, BS, let's have a quick catch up. And then you have, but don't create any group outside the one that Blue Sky has created for you. It can make you lose the internship. You can be sent out of the internship. Please do not create any group outside the one Blue Sky has created. It's important.
Okay.
You signed
So,
it in your terms and conditions. So you can always use Teams. I've created a Teams channel. I mean, everybody, I've invited people to Teams channel. If you don't have access to Teams, please escalate through your Scrum Master. Don't come to me directly. I'm not going to respond. Um,
okay.
I'm not
Thank
going
you.
to respond to you if you are coming to me directly with your Teams issue. Escalate through your
Okay.
Scrum Master. Let your Scrum Master escalate to admin, the
Okay.
appropriate admin. But yeah, just or share a Zoom link. Like anyhow, just try to meet on your team and say, oh guys, when can we meet? When do you want us to meet with our PO? And don't send it to the BA guild. That's another thing I wanted to address. Anything
Yes.
that is specific to your team, for instance, if whatever you want to discuss is specific to elite team or elite team, please do not send it to the BA guild because all the BAs on the internship are in that BA guild so that they don't get confused. They are like, what's happening? We are not supposed to have a meeting. So send it to your team and you can easily tag all the BAs that you know. The list has been sent. I'd say, oh, at Michael, at Dami, at Ian, at Vine. Please let us what time is best for us to meet today, like that in your team, not on the BA guild. I hope that makes sense, Michael. Hi, Michael. Okay, it's no longer here. It's gone to the kitchen. Ian.
Yes, a very quick one, Balu. Thank you for everything. You said that the BA work has started. Have we received the mandate? If so,
Have they received the mandate?
yes.
I don't know.
Well, because if you say the work has started, if without the
Yeah.
mandate, then they can't start.
Yeah, then it's up to them to request for the mandate. That's why I said their work has started. Nobody is going to spoon feed you. You have to reach out to stakeholders. Stakeholders would not reach out to you. You have to, if you need the mandate, reach out to your stakeholder. If you are not able to reach out to a particular stakeholder, escalate to your mentor and say, oh, I've not been able to reach out. I've tried to reach out to this person. I'm not able to reach out to this person. I've sent several messages, blah, 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 right? And then reach out to them. So escalate to your Scrum Master as well. So you escalate to your Scrum Master will escalate to their mentor. And if there's no solution, escalate to admin. So you should like that's how it works in the real life. Stakeholders will not chase after you, you chase after them as BAs. I hope that makes sense. Yeah.
Yes, it does. It does, because my expectation was that the team will be given a mandate and the teams discuss the mandate and then the BA they start working on it. But probably the organization work differently, as you said. But that was clear for what you said. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, if you've not normally that's how it's supposed to work, but if you've not still gotten it up to this point, then you chase for it. That's what I'm trying to say. And sometimes you don't get the project mandate when you want to get it. Like some stakeholders will not send it to you. You guys want us to sleep here today.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I think that's the legacy and from Michael. Chiamaka, quickly.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I know we're about to close. Sorry, please. I just want to know you said we already have our stakeholders. Are the stakeholders the same with the product owners that you said we should chat up?
Okay.
And
Can
again,
somebody
are we going to
respond
chat
to
the
Chiamaka? Hold on,
okay, okay.
Chiamaka. For your first question, can somebody respond to Chiamaka's question, please? So that I know that I've not been talking to myself because I think I've mentioned this over and over again tonight.
Hello.
Someone, please. Yeah, Bukumi, thank you.
Okay, the PO, product owner, is also the stakeholder. So anybody who is impacted by the project is a stakeholder.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay,
for
I just
coming.
wanted to confirm that. And so we have to chat the product owner individually, right? Each person, each BA.
Okay. Another person, please help me respond to that question.
I just want
Thank
to
you.
confirm.
Please help me respond. Don't.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
we all the BAs are not chatting with the PO. We have a representative to chat with her on our behalf.
Okay. So ideally, you guys are supposed to select a BA lead. I mean, you can rotate it throughout the internship. So for the first 2 weeks and say, oh, Chiamaka, you be the BA lead for us for this sprint. Ian will be the next one. Like that. You guys can rotate it as you please. But let a representative reach out to the PO, if that makes sense. Not everybody. Imagine you sending message, all of you sending message to one person. Are you not going to feel overwhelmed? Okay. Thank you, everyone. Augusta, we apologize. I sincerely apologize. I finished on time. It's just the questions that kept us. So apologies for that. That's really valid. We are trying our best to keep to time, but when these questions come up, we just try to respond to them. All right. Thank you.